So we're starting today with open guard passing. We've been doing a lot of closed guard and half guard passing for the last couple of weeks/months. Now we're going to open guard, and specifically the supine guard. Supine guard is when he is laying down. So anytime he's on his back like this and we're like this is a supine guard. So if I come in here and everything, we're still in supine guard. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go into this sort of classical, you see this all the time when people want to pass guard, is they come into this sort of position. This is called headquarters. Okay? So I have two goals that I want to do in this sort of position. One, I want to make sure he doesn't get a della riva with this. Yeah, exactly. I want to avoid this. Now I've given him a guard. I want to kind of keep him in this unguarded position. So first thing I do is I bring this knee down and I want to put weight on the other leg as well. Okay? So, and then I can just come here. Yeah. Now I've got his guard kind of broken, and he's carrying my weight, and I can just put my hands here on the ground for base. And now if he tries to sweep me, go ahead. Yeah. Without your arms. Just try and kick me out. Yeah. Yeah. Carrying a lot of my weight now. So if I'm in here and I make sure I stuff this hook, if I'm like this, now he can kick me. Yeah. Okay? If I keep this hook stuffed, yeah. This is really hard for him. And actually really do all your force like you just did. And if he goes like this, then he gives me my pass. I can start smashing his legs. Okay? So, and that's honestly the first thing I want us to do. Okay? We're not going to do a pass yet, that will come in a couple of minutes, but first I just want us to get comfortable in headquarters, okay? So I'm going to set a timer. I just want your training partner, first we're going to go into headquarters, and all I want him to do is no arms, just try to kick me off, okay? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, I just want him trying to kick me off, and I just want to keep stable, okay? So, yeah. Okay? Yeah, that's all I want us to do right now. It's just we're going to get into this position and just get comfortable here. And also really important is my other leg, I'm not like this, okay? Now he can actually start, yeah, exactly. I don't want to give him that della riva, so what I'm doing with my other leg is I'm actually sort of stapling his other leg to the ground. I've got weight on this leg and weight on this leg. And I'm really far forward as well. I don't want to be back here, because now I'm getting, no, you don't need your hands for that. If I'm back here, yeah, exactly, the hook's not stuck. You can kick me off, okay? Yeah, exactly. I want to be up here. Up here, all my weight is on that leg now, okay? Now, if he tries to kick me off, this is a lot of work. He can give me what I want. Okay? So I just want to start with that, and just get comfortable and understand open guard is a dynamic guard. He can't just sit there and do nothing because he's going to get his guard pass. He needs to act and exert pressure, and we have to just kind of get used to riding that pressure a bit. Okay? So, and like I said, 1 minute, just kind of get used to getting kicked around a bit. So, that's looking good. Now let's go to a bit of what we do from this position, okay? So like I was saying just a second ago, when you're here, you don't want to be back here because, yeah, even without your arms, yeah, I can actually get kicked back pretty well here. I want my head kind of over his head. Now I've got sort of his hook stuffed, and I've got his, he's almost in a banana split right now, actually, okay? So from here, we're going to do something called the Michael Jackson folding pass, okay? So we were drilling this just a second ago in the warm-up, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my feet up and trap his foot between my legs, like this. Okay, kind of like I'm doing a single leg. Okay, from here, I take this foot, come back, and then going to stomp the foot down and bring this knee forward, and in doing so, bring his knee across my chest, and now I have him in a folding pass. Okay? So from here, I can take my posting arm, put it behind his leg, cradle him, and go into side control. Okay? So, starting here again, we're in our headquarters, nice and forward, nice nice and heavy, okay? I want him feeling all of my weight, okay? So from here, knees together, foot back, stomp the heel, bring the knee forward, and bring his knee across my chest and get him into this folded smash pass position. From here, this hand comes behind, separates the legs so we can't do some weird, annoying half guard shit. Cradle, so that he can't bring his legs out. And then bring him into chest on chest side control. Okay, I'm going to say one more time from the other side. So
same leg as I said.
yeah, same leg other side.
Yeah.
We're not doing half guard. we did like a month of half guard, and now it's like 2 months of half guard, I think, actually. Now we always want to do a half guard. Yeah. So again, we're here, nice and heavy, nice and high, okay? So, come up, knees together, foot goes back, smash the legs. And then walk back to side control. Okay? It's a pretty simple one, so that's kind of our, I said this concept when we were talking about the cradle pass with half guard passing. This is kind of your first step, and it's sort of like the boxer's jab, okay? When you're passing, you're going to have this concept a lot. Your first pass is not normally going to work, but it's the one you use to open things up, kind of like the boxer's jab. A boxer almost, unless the guy is really dumb, the boxer will almost never knock someone out with a jab. Unless he like walks into the guy's face or fist or something, he's normally not going to get knocked out by the jab. But the jab is probably one of the most important punches because you need that to open up your really big shots. And it's the same sort of thing here. We're not feinting, just like you're not feinting with a jab. You're actually trying to hit the guy. We're trying to do this pass, but we're assuming we're most likely going to have to use this to open up a better pass later. So, and that's kind of the concept here. It's the same sort of thing we were doing with half guard, where one of my go-to passes in the half guard, if you've got this knee shield half guard, is something called the cradle pass, where I weave my arm in and I try to get him into this position. This is actually a pretty strong pass, but this is one most people are expecting. Yeah, exactly. So he'll try to pull his head up, and I can use that to go into chest on chest, which is a much higher percentage pass. But you still need the cradle because the cradle is what's opening up this chest on chest. Okay? So, same idea. Anyone want to see that pass again? Do you want to see that?
No. Hands come and play later.
Yeah, hands come and play later. Yeah. Okay, do you want to see it once more? Yeah, okay. So show it one more time. Okay. So again, we're in our headquarters, we're nice and heavy. Okay? I don't want a lot of weight on my hands and feet. That's the important thing. I want my weight on him. Okay? So from here, come up, knees together, foot back, stomp the heel, twist the knee, and bring his knee across my chest. All in one motion. Then I can sprawl out, connect the hands, and cradle pass to side control. Okay? Okay, and let's scroll down a bit. Okay, so, headquarters. We did too much half guard passing.
Okay, we never started headquarters.
Yeah, no, the idea isn't that you start here, the idea is that I put you here. The idea is that we're like this. Yeah, exactly. We're like this, and I come into headquarters. This is the position I want to have, not the position you want to have. Okay? And I said it a couple of times when we were drilling it, just really be sure you don't want to be up here, because now I'm taking the weight off of the soap. Yeah, exactly. Now he can kick me. Okay? It's vulgar, but you really want to feel his shin in your balls. Yeah, exactly. If I can feel his shin in my balls, I've got good weight on this leg, and now if he tries to kick me, it's kind of hard for him. It's not as easy anymore. Okay? So, we're going to do a variation of the pass with a different finish, but the same beginning. So, again, I come up, bring my knees together, Michael Jackson fold, and I want to come over here, and this time instead of passing to the back, I'm going to windshield wiper, and just pass straight into side control. Okay? So, just a slight variation. The beginning is exactly the same. No change there. The only thing is once I get into my smash position, instead of going to the back, I go to the front. So again, come here, Michael Jackson, over this way. And now what I want to do is I come to cross face, and you see I can bring my leg over his top leg like this. And now with this arm, I can just weave in, and I've got side control. Okay? It's a really easy variation, but I wanted to introduce it once so that practicing this pass doesn't get boring, because the really important part of all of this, you're going to see that in the next pass we do as well. The important part is this. This is the key to everything we're doing for a while, okay? This is our main motion. This is the part that has to be right, so I want you to practice this part a lot. And if you just do the same pass for the next half hour, that gets really boring, so we're going to do a different finish. Okay, so from here, cross face, pull the leg out, and in doing so, I bring my foot over this leg. This arm can now go into the hips, and just pass this. Okay? You want to see that?
Almost. I try.
Okay? Anyone want to see that again? I guess silence means no. Okay, let's practice this.